let's do this. Let's both have a sip.
Yeah.
Get a nice noise.
Yeah.
Hello, podcast.
Yeah, hello.
Ah, yeah.
What shit are we going to talk about today? Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, hey. Alright, welcome back to the poddy. Welcome back. We're going to try and ramble a bit less than last week. And I think we're going to do better because we've chosen a better place.
Yeah.
And this week we are doing Crawley.
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 That's right.
Creepy Crawley. But before we talk about that, Jamie, how are you? What have you been up to?
I'm superb. I'm bored. Very bored.
Bored? Yeah.
I'm still exercising and everything, which is really interesting, and everyone really wants to know about what I'm doing.
What you've been doing.
I've been doing. My girlfriend has played 170 hours of Animal Crossing.
I believe my girlfriend has done the same.
Really?
Around the same.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus. I haven't played that much COD.
Pretty much.
For sure.
No, neither.
No.
But we have been playing some more Star Wars Battlefront. And more importantly, we have both been growing out our curtains, haven't we?
Well, that was one of my topics. I was going to talk about our hair, because we're having hair problems, and I'm sure many men around the world are struggling with their hair. Women too, I assume, but men's getting a bit longer than we usually like.
Well, I'm loving it. I am actually loving mine.
Yeah, you do look like a very smart 50s businessman.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm trying to go for like really Brighton, like, but like more like Leonardo DiCaprio in Romeo and Juliet. But he always has that singular strand of hair that goes down the middle of his.
He does.
His curtains.
Almost like the Superman thing.
I don't look anywhere near sexy.
Actually, you're a bit like Superman.
Yeah, a bit like that. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to wear more striped shirts as well, and I'm trying to be more pretentious with my coffee. That's sort of my life choices now I've got curtains.
Very Brighton. I'm wearing an Obey t-shirt, so that's not very Brighton.
That's not very Brighton. But no. What you need to do when you have the curtains, you let the curtains own you. You change.
You do, and I think I've got some nice curtains going on. I think. They're pretty nice.
You do. I think they look really good. Yeah. Your hair is very mouldable as well. Now Jamie's been sending me lots of pictures of his hair in various formats, and I really wish I could do the same. I
tried to model it after Leonardo DiCaprio from Titanic when I was out of the shower.
Oh, okay.
When he has it like proper back, like slicks back. I used to, like when I was younger, always used to slick it back and say,
like kind of Malfoy,
Titanic man, a bit like Malfoy. Anyway, yeah, that's what I've been up to. What about you, James?
I mean, much the same. Yeah. I've practically talked to you every day.
Yeah.
But been doing pretty much the same as before. Nothing new with me at all.
Great
apart from
stuff.
trying to be more pretentious with coffee.
Yeah.
I bought a coffee grinder.
Yeah.
And
beautiful.
But yeah, on to our town this week, and it is not a city, it is a town.
It is a
large town, I found out.
Yeah.
Our town,
no cathedral. Crawley town.
No cathedral. Yeah. In West Sussex. Okay, so Crawley, creepy Crawley, which is not far from here, very, very local to us down here in Brighton.
Indeed.
And so it's a large town, not a city, in West Sussex. It's 18 miles from Brighton and Hove, and 28 miles south of London, which I thought they were about 50-50, but no. And it is an 8, as usual, I'm going to tell you some of these facts.
Oh, crack on.
It's an 8-hour walk from Brighton. It is a 2-hour, 13-minute cycle from Brighton.
Wow.
And according to an article, Aladdin's flying carpet flies at 126,000 miles per hour.
Jesus!
Although the article suspects that this is drunk bragging from Aladdin due to the amount of time he spends in bars in all of the stories.
Yeah.
So that might not be true. I will need a fact check on that. But taking this into account, Aladdin would travel between Brighton and Crawley in 1 second.
Holy moly, that's nuts. 1 second.
Get that?
Jesus, man.
That beats the bus.
I thought I was being clever, because I actually found that it was 3.5 hours on a Segway at full speed from Big Ben.
From Big Ben?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to be more specific.
Yeah,
I like that.
London's very...
That's really good.
So maybe if he was going from North London, Aladdin, it might take him a couple of seconds. Or like 1.5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I looked between Crawley and Brighton. There was 1 second, and Crawley and London was still only just over, still 1 point something of a second.
Wow.
It's so fast, it doesn't make a difference.
He's a quick
Might as well
mover.
go to Manchester.
He's a quick mover. Our boy Aladdin.
He's a smooth mover.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also they are 12th in League 2 with my very own Colchester. They have no famous players ever whatsoever.
No, I took that.
Their mascot is Reggie the Red Devil, much like Man United.
Yep.
And that's literally it.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of the Crawley games when I was younger. I used to
Have
go.
you?
Yeah. It was good fun actually. Just saying that they've only got a little stadium, but I went there when they were in the conference before they got promoted to League 2. It was pretty crazy when they did get promoted to League 2. Everyone was going mental. The streets were going mad. Everyone was hyped.
You were there?
I wasn't there, no.
Do East Grinstead have a football team?
They do, yeah. I don't have a clue what league they're in. I don't even think they're even semi-professional. So, I wouldn't worry about that.
No. That is a shame. So have you got any more segues about Crawley?
Well, I spent loads of hours in Crawley. My mum used to drag me around the shops in Crawley. Some of my best memories of Crawley were going to McDonald's and getting a free cheeseburger with my meal. That was fantastic.
Lovely.
But also, Pease Pottage Services are the local services to Crawley along the motorway nearby.
Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. They are the worst services.
It's
That's
not
the
good.
worst services I've ever been to.
It's not good services, yeah. I didn't bring it up to say that it was a good services. Don't worry, James. But I just want to talk about it a little bit.
Okay, hit me.
So they've got a WHS, they've got Burger King, M&S, Costa, Greggs, Krispy Kreme, Cornwall Pasty Company, and that's about it.
Classic.
That's about it. So not a massive variety, pretty much your average service station shops.
I believe they have 4 Costas as well. I think they have 4 Costas.
That is nuts. Is that including the machines, maybe?
Maybe including the robots.
Yeah. But all the reviews seemed to say that it was a fairly decent services, like average. And people do enjoy it. But there is nowhere near the same level of like Cobham or Fleet or anything like that.
No way. It doesn't even touch Cobham.
No,
come on.
All the reviews said Cobham. And I actually found out.
I mean, why even stop there? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I actually found out that Cobham was rated, sorry to go back to last week's episode, is rated number 1 best service station in the UK. Which I don't quite believe.
Really?
I think there's a better one than that, but that's what it was voted on this site that I looked at.
Well, our friend Anthony, who we might have on at some point, is really passionate about service stations.
He loves it.
And he actually did a ranking list, didn't he?
Yeah.
So we'll have to get him on.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do is...
I don't think he would agree.
Yeah, a service station special at some point. We
will certainly do a service station special.
There's some of the best and worst service stations around the UK.
Yeah, exactly. Well, do you want to hear... I think you've already heard my story, my only experience in Crawley, the only time I've ever actively stopped there.
Yeah, go on. Tell everyone.
So me and Jamie, we were already friends, but we became closer friends at a famous coffee chain that rhymes with Gnarux.
Yeah.
And begins with an S, and that they wear green aprons, and we love our time there, don't we, Jamie? We absolutely love it.
Oh, we love it.
I'm going to say all of the bad things about Gnarux because I only work 2 days a week, so if I get fired, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it would be for Jamie, so I'm going to say all the bad things. But we had a boss that we really liked, didn't we, Jamie, called... And he... I probably shouldn't name him. Maybe I'll take his name out. I don't know. And he was leaving, and he thought it would be funny to send me to what's called the Barista Championships. And just a little bit of context. No one in our store in the history had ever been to the Barista Championships.
Yeah, and I avoided it. I avoided it on purpose because I'm not doing that. That sounds like hell. That sounds awful.
Yeah. It does sound like hell, but me being naive and quite new to the company and wanting to please the boss, despite the fact he was leaving for some reason, I said yes and then said no, but I'd already said yes. I said I had to go, but we don't take, well, I don't, I'm just going to say this, I don't take my job too seriously, but let's just say at the Barista Championships, they kind of do. So I said no, and I was... But he said I had to go. So I was there and I was like, right, screw it, I'm just going to go. So I got in my car and I drove up there. And I'd only just got my car at this point, my gold/orange 2004 Vauxhall Mariva.
She's a beauty.
Absolute machine, which we call her Meryl.
That's right.
Meryl, my tangerine dream. And so I'm driving up there and... I'm having a whale of a time. Slightly nervous, actually really nervous. I remember being. Yeah. I remember calling you on the way a little bit as well.
Yeah, you were freaking out, man. Yeah, really freaking out.
I didn't really have anything with me. I had my apron in a Sainsbury's bag with some dark chocolate and some coffee and a cafetiere. And then I got there. Well, I got to Crawley. I just typed in Crawley in Google Maps. Anyone that knows me, I have famously bad sense of directions. And so I get there, I get out, and I've never been to Crawley before, actually properly stopped there. I'm in the car park, and I'm thinking this looks a little bit strange, because this is a shopping centre and a cinema, and I can't see so I go into the cinema, and I, Narux, whatever I said.
Yeah.
And there's a Narux upstairs, and I was like, oh, here we are. So I strolled up there with my Sainsbury's bag and just my casual clothing. And I walked up to them and I went, I am here for the Barista Championships. And
they all scoffed at you.
And they were like...
They went,
the what?
Oh, God.
No, but they went, the what? The what? And I was like, so the Barista Championships, I'm here. I am Mr. Barista. I'm here. I'm ready to go.
Mr. Barista.
Turns out I wasn't the right... and there is multiple in Crawley. And and so I called up my old boss and I said, right, I wasn't early. I just got there on time, only just on time. And so if I went to the other one, which I didn't even know where it was yet, and my phone was running out of battery, I would have been very late. So I called him up and he was like, no, you got to go. And I don't know why I didn't just turn around, because I really didn't have to be there. But I didn't turn around, and I went and found just about with my phone battery. I found on Google Maps the other Narux, and I'm driving there, and already do not want to be there. Extremely nervous at this point about being late and not knowing what I'm doing there. And I noticed a police car just sort of cruising behind me. And as you do. And I was like, oh, this is fine. So I actually. It followed me for quite a while, so I took a couple of turns that weren't on the sat-nav just to see if it was following me, and sure enough, followed me each way. And I don't know why I did that. Probably made me look worse trying to dodge the police.
Definitely did, yeah.
And then I just was like, oh, I've never been stopped by the police before, and I'm a bit scared of being pulled over by the police, because it's never happened to me before, and I've just got this car and barely driven before. And so I pull over into a car park near the Narux as well, quite conveniently. And then the police car pulls up next to me, and I'm like, oh my God. And I go to get out, and they're like, it's all right, you don't have to get out. And then I wind down the window, and they're like, what are you doing there, mate? And I was like, I'm going to the Barista Championships.
That's what you said.
I was so nervous.
Like they were going to go
to the Barista
Championships. Sorry, mate, you can't go to the Barista Championships. Sorry.
And they immediately, obviously very confused, they just went, do you know what you just did there, mate? And I was like, no, I've never been here before. And they were like, well, you just drove through a bus lane and there's about 5 signs, and we have no idea how you didn't see them, but you drove right through a bus lane. And my first response was, oh my God, is there a camera? And they went, no, but I can give you a ticket, mate. Which I don't know why I didn't think of that at the time, but yeah. And
One of those things.
they were like, well, what are you doing? And then I just explained about my barista championships again. I said, I'm really sorry, I'm really stressed. And I pulled out my Sainsbury's bag and I showed them my Starbucks, my Narux apron.
I think you rambling made them feel sorry for you, mate. I think that's probably what it was.
Yeah, they saw the fear in my eyes and they went, don't worry about it, mate. And I went, oh my God, have a great day. And then, so I just was very stressed, extremely, maybe the most stressed I've ever been in my life by this point. And very, just very confused, and I didn't even know where the Starbucks was, but I found it, got in there, opened the doors, everyone's like busy doing stuff. Yeah. I don't know anyone as well, I don't know anyone from any of the other stores, and they get in there, and I'm so late that someone has to prepare my coffee for me, which for like in the cafetiere, and that's the whole point of it, you're meant to prepare it yourself. And they forgot my name, so I actually used Jamie's name.
I forgot you did that. What went through your head?
Because they went.
What did you think?
The boss went. Oh, Jamie.
So you just carried it on. You didn't bother correcting.
And I just went with it. I was like, yeah. And so they took my cafetiere, and someone kindly, one of the other competitors, like made up the coffee for me for this coffee tasting, and they filled it. They tried to do it, and they were like, "You've got the wrong cafetiere," which I was given. I didn't even know what I was getting. I didn't know anything about this.
Yeah.
That was all went yeah. So it all went wrong basically from there on out. I had the wrong
from the start
thing.
From as soon as you left the front door, it all went Pete Tom.
As soon as I left the front door, it all went wrong, and then it was awful. The actual latte art, which I had to do, was all right, but we got to the coffee tasting, which I didn't even know what I was doing. I don't really know how you describe coffee. I just know it's hot and tastes like coffee.
Yeah.
I took my first sip in front of these are important people as well. And
these are the top dogs.
And there was the top dog's son was there as well, and he was like 10, and he was asking me loads of like fancy questions about coffee, which just makes you feel about like an ant.
Yeah,
it was awful. And I took my first sip of the coffee, burnt my tongue, and I was like, look, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I'm doing here. I've burnt my tongue. I don't know what to do. How was your day?
So I like that you did that, though.
Just ask them about their day.
I like you did that. It kind of breaks the ice a little bit, rather than just trying.
Well, you would think so, but they weren't like acting like normal, like, oh bless him, he's he doesn't know what he's doing. They were just like trying to take it back to the competition, like all the time, and I was just like, please, like, what do you do for a job? No, it was awful. And then I remember calling you when I got there, and I went, oh my God, like, help.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
And you were like, leave. But anyway, yeah, that is my very long. Sorry if that was very long, but my story about Crawley.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, it's very different to mine. Mine are just mundane walking around the shops. But yeah, there's a lovely story, and I often think about that story. Lovely,
right,
mate.
I think we should move on to
Fact or fiction. Yeah.
All right, who's going to start?
I'll start. I'll give you a break from talking.
Please.
Right then. So, fact or fiction, number 1. The name Crawley means crow-infested clearing. Crow-infested clearing.
Crow-infested?
Yeah, so it's really bad. It's like crow-infested Crawley. Yeah.
Fiction.
You think it's fiction? But it's actually true.
Really?
That is true. Yeah. So
that is all. That's all Crawley is a crow-infested clearing.
That's it. Yeah. Well, let me give you some background, only a little bit of background because I didn't do that much research. So it gets its name from when the Saxons settled there in the year 450. Whew, long time ago, and they called it
Ooh.
Crawley, Lee is in the name, Lee. And that means crow-infested clearing. Crawley. Crawley.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
so it must have been
minus 1 point for me.
minus 1 point. It must have been quite a desolate place back then, I'd imagine. Back in the year 450.
It's not too different now, is it?
No. Let's face it. Oh, good. So minus 1 point for James. Number 2.
Yep.
Crawley is the home of the World Marble Championships.
No, that could be true, but there is, considering it is a crow-infested clearing, there's no reason. I mean, there's a lot of room in an infested clearing,
Yeah.
I guess, for marbles,
Yeah.
but there's no reason from the first fact, that is fiction, based on the first fact.
Well, you're wrong again. That was true.
Oh my
That
God,
was true.
no way,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's really good.
I know, but it stems from
That's so good.
Elizabethan times at the Greyhound pub, which I've been to actually in Crawley.
Oh, you local?
I wouldn't go.
You cheeky local.
No, not really. No, lovely pub. In Elizabethan times, they would play games of marbles, and that would decide which of two men would marry a woman from that area.
Really?
Yeah.
Over
yeah.
a game of.
Game of marbles. Yeah.
Well, the women, they didn't have a choice. The women didn't have a choice. They just had to go off a game.
Yeah, whoever won out of the
marbles.
two men. I don't really know what happened before that. I don't know whether the two men were picked by the woman. Like, she couldn't choose. Like, I want that man, but I want that man too. I can't choose. Let's play a game of marbles, and that will sort it out for everybody. I don't know if they still do the marble championships there. I forgot to look at that. But that's interesting, isn't it?
That is.
Yeah.
That's a really good fact.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you for that. That's you've all learnt something there. You've all learnt something.
We've all learned something. Minus 2 points for James Gilly Willy.
Well, doing well. Can I win the game if I get this last one? Tie it all together.
No.
Okay.
In Crawley, it is illegal to call your baby something stupid, such as Apple. Sorry if you're called Apple.
Shout out to Apple out there.
Shout out to all the Apples.
Not the company, the person. Wow. That's so you. That's so you to call someone Apple. And yeah, 100% fiction, because we are not America and we don't have like state laws. But I like that. That was good.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I wish we did, because a lot of these facts could then be true, but there's no chance of this being true. It is in fact false.
I know.
But James,
We'll have to do America.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hit me. Sorry.
This is a law in Denmark where it is illegal to call your baby something stupid. How crazy is that?
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
You've always got a stretched lie, haven't you?
Yeah, always got to stretch it. But this obviously took me down a little rabbit hole, and I was looking at all the names that had been deemed illegal or contested in court, and I found some really interesting names. There's one from France, Nutella. Is an illegal baby name.
Legally contested, so they weren't sure if that was okay.
Yeah. They went to court.
What's
and
wrong with that?
They went to court and they lost
Lovely
it.
hazelnut spread.
I don't see.
No.
I don't see much wrong with Nutella.
No.
I don't see much wrong with it.
Are they now named after the Aldi equivalent of Nutella?
Oh, what's that called? Like Nutto or something?
It's like the register called out, Henry, chocolate hazelnut spread. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know whether it's not that bad, but apparently they only refused it because the child could be bullied. That was the only reason. But
Load of rubbish.
But compared to this one,
Load of rubbish. Be a great child name.
this is the name Lego in Sweden. That was accepted actually. The name Lego.
That's because Lego was founded in Sweden.
Oh really?
Future James here. Just letting you know that fact is not true. It was not founded in Sweden, it was founded in Denmark. Back to the podcast.
Ah, I didn't know
I believe so.
What, by
I watched a program about this the other day.
by someone called Lego?
The name goes back, I think, into the family.
Right.
And they started out making like wooden toy cars, and then they made these little plastic bricks, and they got huge. And then they're building. They made this. I was watching a Netflix documentary about them building a building out of Lego, making the world's biggest Lego house.
Yeah.
And then we were both watching it with our dinner, and we immediately turned it off when we saw them putting support trusts in the building with like made of steel and stuff, and I was like, load of rubbish.
That's not Lego then, is it? When you're using other stuff.
It's not Lego.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're using Lego in there. I want the whole thing made out of Lego, and I want people living in there 24/7.
Yeah.
Not allowed to leave.
And no external materials. Well out of order.
No.
Well out of order.
No carpet.
Okay. That kind of ruins that fact a little bit. The fact that it's actually a name over there. I shouldn't have read that. But it's all good. Here's another one. This one will blow your mind. There is, in New Zealand, there was a name that was just a full stop. It was written just as a full stop, like a period. Full stop. But do you know how it was pronounced?
Yes.
It was pronounced
go on.
full stop. But when you wrote down their name, it was just the black dot. In Mexico, the names Robocop and Scrotum are illegal. This is fantastic.
Come on, liven up, people. Scrotum's a great kid's name.
So there's a guy called Preacher, but he's got a sister who his mother thought that her sister's name was nice because it had positive aura around it. The name is Cyanide.
I mean, the only positive aura I can think of around cyanide is the fact that it could win a family feud, but that's also very evil.
That is
it's positive.
a crazy way to win a family feud by using cyanide. But she thought it was positive because it was the poison that killed Hitler. So that's why she thought it was positive. So she's like, I'll call my kid Cyanide. But
clever. She's one step ahead of the general population.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's winning. And the final one is one from Sweden. All right, give me a few minutes to read this out. It's spelt like this.
Is it Lego?
It's not not quite Lego. It's spelt like this: BRFXXCCXXMNP CCCCLLL MMNPRXVCLMNCK SSQLBB11116.
Pronounced Gary.
Pronounced Albin.
Albin? No
I
way.
mean, you could just write Albin, but no, they wanted to be crazy and they did that.
No.
Yeah.
Did that get approved?
No, actually, it didn't.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, but only on the means that there were no vowels.
Rachel from Countdown was just like, no, I'm not having this.
I've got enough spaces for this amount.
You're killing creativity in this world if you're not allowing names like that. Like, we can't all be called James and Jamie. Like, come on. Get it together, world. Like, seriously.
Come on, Sweden, sort it out.
Come on. That's. Can you give that a go? Reading that one out, the name, like I can't say it.
I can give it a go. Yeah,
enunciating.
Yeah. 1116. Oh,
The start of that sounded like your Eminem rap impression.
A little bit. Biscuit it.
My name is Bob and my Bob.
It's like Chris D'Elia's Eminem impression that I copy.
Oh, that was good.
My penis, my penis. Yeah,
right.
After you.
Yeah, let me hit you with some of mine. Let me hit you with some of mine. Right. So I've got 4, but I didn't go off on a tangent like you. I like your tangents.
Okay.
But I didn't I didn't go off on a tangent, so I've got 4. So,
Lovely.
fact or fiction, Jamie Wilkinson? Listed under the 15 best sporting events in Crawley was the cross-country canoe race. Multiple teams race on land in a canoe, trying to paddle their way across grass to the finish line. Ironically, this takes place next to a river.
That's jokes. On grass. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Have they still got oars?
But like, but they're often like they're world champions and like the proper pros. They still have jobs, but they do actually make money out of it, and they have like. They often have like aluminium oars and stuff like that. They're slightly altered oars to like the plastic ones. But like the real pros, they like some of them have like carbon fiber ones as well. I was finding
they can't be pros.
They
in
like
that.
go in.
They can't be pros.
Why not?
They can't be because you've made it up. You know what? I almost believed that to begin with because I was like. You know what? I could see that being a thing. Just like a small group of people.
Nothing else to do.
You know how like people play Quidditch, and that's actually quite a wide. You know, lots of people play Quidditch now, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they do.
One of those kind of weird things. But I think it's false simply because you said there were professionals that had aluminium oars. But if I'm wrong, this is the best thing in the world. So false.
Oh, we need to find somewhere that really is crazy that does stuff like this because, like, it's not real. But you last week you said if I'd have gone off on the Swan one a bit more, you'd have believed me. So I thought I'd find out a little bit more about cross-country canoeing.
Oh, okay.
And I spent a long time deliberating whether it would be canoeing or kayaking.
Oh,
but I thought canoeing
tricky.
would be more funny because you've only got one side of the paddle. That's the difference between canoeing and kayaking.
Yeah.
So you've got to go like. Someone's got to like drag one side, and the other person's got to drag the other side. Otherwise, you're going around in a circle.
Yeah,
I know. They're really strong. Like often, the people that compete in cross country canoe also compete in cross country ski shooting as well. They cross over quite well.
Ski shooting,
hand-eye coordination.
Well, ski shooting.
Yeah. There's like. In the Winter Olympics game I had back in the day, there was this. I don't know what it's called, but there's a competition where you ski, and it's like cross country skiing, which is already meant to be the hardest sport in the world.
Yeah.
And then you cross country ski for a bit, and then you stop, and then you shoot. I don't know who made this sport up, but I swear to God, it's in the Winter Olympics.
Oh, so that's a thing. That's a real thing.
That's a real thing. But what I said wasn't.
Wow. Fantastic.
Okay. What on to number 2? Oh, number 2. An airline captain on a flight from Gatwick in 2010 had to organise a whip round of cash when the plane had to make an emergency landing in Morocco, where officials there demanded an immediate down payment for refuelling, and the pilot couldn't afford it, didn't have enough money in his bank account.
Wow. What airline?
I don't know. And this is a bit of a stretch because this is Gatwick, not Crawley.
That's okay. Gatwick's basically next to Crawley.
Gatwick's Crawley.
Is Crawley.
Yeah.
See, it would. Knowing the airline would be interesting because if he was like a pilot for BA and he didn't have enough money, I'd be like, oh, come on. No.
I know. Well, I got you here, didn't I? You don't know.
But no, you didn't get me because I know that it's true.
Ah.
Because that was slightly too detailed for something that we can make up.
Yeah, this is hard. They do well on Would I Lie to You because this is quite hard to.
They do very well.
I think you have to slightly tell the real ones a little bit more. I don't know, a bit differently. But I had to scour the internet for this one, and I ended up finding a Google free read of this. Of like, there's only get 5 pages of this. You can only read. For free, you can read like 5 pages of a book on Google.
Right.
And I had to like scour through these 5 pages, and luckily this was in there.
You went
I
in.
know. That was I knew you wouldn't find that one because
yeah.
Oh, and by the way, last week I said I bought Jamie some carrot seeds.
No, you didn't, did you? You lied.
From the first week. I lied.
You lied to the public
because I didn't want Jamie to know. I actually bought Jamie some leek flakes.
Yeah, you did.
50 grams of leek flakes. How are they, Jamie?
I haven't tried them yet, but it does look like weed.
And that's exactly why I bought it, because it looks like a giant bag of weed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just thought I'd let everyone know that I bought you leek
Lovely.
flakes.
Yeah, well, I'm going to use it in my cooking, actually. I'm going to put it in my in my
What are you
Weetabix.
what are you gonna do with them?
My Weetabix.
In your Weetabix. That's a great idea.
In a leek Weetabix.
I don't know. I would put a little bit of Weetabix, a little bit of sugar. Then I'd put a layer of cheese.
A little bit of Jessica.
And then I'd put your leek flakes over the top, and then I'd boil it. Exactly, and you are sorted, my friend.
Oh, beautiful.
Anyway, on
I'll
to
give it a
number
go. I've got enough of them.
Yeah, you give that a go. In 1971, Crawley Town FC were heavily fined when players tried to bribe the referee with the offer of a free car in order for decisions to go their way in a desperate bid for cup success due to the lack of results that year.
Can you repeat the first half?
In 1971, Crawley Town FC were heavily fined when players tried to bribe the referee with the offer of a free car in order for decisions to go their way in that match.
So I'm struggling to see where, especially in 1971, Crawley players would be able to afford a car for the referee. But it sounds quite true. Maybe. Oh, that's a good one, actually.
So bad.
And they need to bribe. Sorry to my mate Ryan, who's an avid Crawley fan and goes every week if he listens to this at all, which I doubt it.
I'm so sorry, Ryan.
I'm going to say false.
Ah, damn it, you got me. Now, I was going to mention that one of the Crawley players actually had a lot of, like, their family had a lot of history in car sales, and they could sort this out quite easily.
That would be interesting.
I thought that would be too detailed, maybe.
Maybe.
But no, this was based on the fact that I couldn't find anything interesting about Crawley. Sorry, Ryan. Anything interesting about Crawley at all, and really any success. They won like the Sussex Cup or something, which I've never heard of. So
yeah, never heard of that.
So no, that's not true. But I even have a bonus fourth one.
Oh, sick! Right, hit me.
Are you ready? Number 4, Crawley man caught by police after replying to them on Facebook. The man thought it would be funny to put a lol on the Facebook post about him, trying to find him on Facebook. And the police later had the last laugh, the last lol, after they found him from his location on the Facebook post. And they found him hiding under a mattress.
Wow, that's really good. That's the most Crawley thing I've ever heard. Or one of the most. Well, that's definitely true. Definitely.
Yep.
Because I saw that headline on Facebook earlier when I researched it, but I didn't go into it.
Damn it.
And it wasn't one of my facts, so you don't have to buy me anything. But I didn't actually read the rest of it, so I didn't know that he said lol or he was found under a mattress or anything.
This is what the police said. Lewis Brown thought it was funny to lol our post on Facebook showing the public he was wanted. We had the last laugh, though, after we picked him up at an address in Crawley this evening. # Crawley, the police are on it. Trying to hide under a mattress didn't work for him. Lol.
Wow, that's brilliant. I love that.
Yeah, it's very Crawley, isn't it?
It's very Crawley. Not that Crawley's all bad. Crawley's got some lovely places.
No. Sorry, Ryan. Crawley is not all that bad.
Tilgate Park, beautiful park.
Sorry, Ryan.
Been there a few times.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, lovely.
You know what? I've only had one really bad experience in Crawley, so I just cannot judge it.
Yeah. Well, it's all right. It does the job as towns go.
Does the job, eh?
It does the job.
We were. Jamie said last week that he was going to write a song.
Each
week about the town. And now I messed this up because I went to Jamie. Don't worry, Jamie. I'll write the song this week. And I had an idea of writing this song that had a lot of trumpets in it. And it was quite ploddy to signify that Crawley can be a little bit boring. But then at the end, it was going to have really nice chords to signify the fact that the rent is cheaper and it's not London.
Hey, the rent is cheaper in Crawley.
London very easily.
Very true.
Yeah, there you go. But I ended up not making it, and because my research took way longer than I thought. And then, then so I said to Jamie, "Don't worry, I'll do it." And then I didn't do it, so no song this week.
No song this week, but that's okay. And speaking of songs, it's time for the largest car park.
Yeah.
This is the largest car.
All right, hit me.
Right, James. The largest car park in Crawley is not at the mall. It's at the leisure park. Yeah, Crawley Leisure Park car park. This is and if you remember, James, this is the one that you went to first when you went to Crawley. And
no way!
Yeah. How many spaces has the car park
I've
got?
actually been there. Now, luckily, when I was there, I had my line calculator on me. It's just a little simple device. You whip it out and it counts all the lines around you. And I worked out when I was there. I was stressed and all and everything, but I still had time to think about this because I knew this would come up 2 years later.
Certainly has.
So, I seem to remember that it had 210 spaces.
Right. So you probably don't remember, but Crawley Leisure Park, it has like a load of spaces that's all like ground level, isn't it? And it's in front of the cinema. There's loads of them.
Yep.
But then to the left of that, there's a large multi-storey car park, which is part of the same car park.
Oh, that is cheating. Oh,
that's not cheating. At Crawley Leisure Park, there are...
I am laying on the floor.
Yeah.
Licking the floor. I'm so shocked.
Yeah, 1,000 spaces.
I can't believe that. Get out of town. Oh, I would have taken my line counter and I would have gone in there and I would have calculated the amount of spaces if you'd have told me 2 years ago, for God's sake.
Well, it's gone all Pete Tong for you.
How many was it? 1,000?
1,000. Straight 1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
Straight 1,000. They didn't even want to put an extra one in there. Oh,
no.
Right, moving on. I'm not having it anymore.
Well, do you want one review from that car park?
Oh, yeah, hit me. Well, I'm not getting any better at this section, so you might as well hit me with a review.
It's the worst car park ever invented. Total gridlock. Never find a space. Multi-storey.
It is busy. It is so busy.
But that was the worst review I found. There were some alright ones, but yeah. There you go.
I mean, it's quite a diverse car park in terms of, as car parks go. You got your outside bit, and you got your inside bit.
Yeah.
If you've got a really fancy car and you don't want it to get bird poo in it, you've got variety. You can change it up. That's what you want in a car park.
Exactly. I think what I might start doing.
That's what people are looking for.
What I might start doing from now on is I'm going to tell you what kind of car park it is, and then you can kind of guess from that. Because if I say it's a multi-storey and nothing else, you might be able to guess how many roughly. And if I say it's just a ground floor, no multi-storey, then you might have more of an idea and get closer.
Help me out until I become the largest car park Dark Lord Wizard, and then I'm going to be so knowledgeable.
I want you to be the guy that people call when they're in a town or city and there's a car park, and they're like, "Oh, I need to know how many spaces are here. Let's call James." And you're like, "Oh, yeah, that's Staffordshire car park. That's got 836 spaces. You're fine, mate."
Please, look, we did that 36 podcasts ago. Like, I know. And then, like, you could even ask me, like, as long as it's fairly local. I don't know, somewhere like Cuba or something. As long as it's fairly local, you could be like, the largest car park in this town in Cuba. I just don't know if I'm going to fit on peak Saturday, in summer. I don't know if I'm going to fit. And I'll just be like, look, you'll be fine. Like, there's like, I can estimate there's going to be between 600 and 800 spaces in there due to my, my knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you're going to get out of this podcast. That's the only thing you're going to get out of this podcast.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I'm holding out for free beer. Someone needs to send us something for free. Even if you're not a sponsor, we're just really poor musicians. Can you just send us something?
If you're just a friend or family.
54 listeners, guys.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Like, Mum, please, Mum. Yeah. Come on.
Look what we're doing. We're
Hi, Mum.
talking rubbish.
My mum liked it, actually. I don't know if my mum liked the second episode because we rambled on a bit in that one, didn't we?
Yeah, we certainly did. That's what it's all about.
But hi, Mum. Right,
Facebook sales time. Unless you have anything to talk about.
Facebook
car park wise.
Sales. No. I'm all car parked out.
Good.
Right. Do you want to hit me with your Facebook sales first? J-Dog?
Of course, yeah. I found 3 of these. So I found a shopping basket. As in, like, you go to Tesco's and you pick up a shopping basket.
Oh, good find.
Yeah,
I've been looking for one of those.
Yeah, well, I found one. It was quite nice. It got, like, nicely maintained, didn't look overly used, and it was a bit of an oval shape. It wasn't rectangular like a usual basket.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, explain to me how a basket can be an oval shape. Was it? So this is a basket shaped like an American football? Or?
Yeah, a bit like that. Yeah, but imagine it cut down the middle. That,
Right.
So it's like oval, like a boat. A bit like a boat, And
That's horrendous design.
I know, it's a bit silly.
Design.
But it was probably from somewhere like M&S or Waitrose. It was quite a nice basket.
Yeah, somewhere a bit up market.
Yeah, how much do you reckon it was going for, James?
Now, last year I went through a phase of looking for these.
Well, you said you wanted one. What's your budget for a basket?
I mean, my budget was quite low. I only had 90 quid, and I was because I was looking for a freaking good one, because I'm all about that low waste life. And the only issue was I found a designer one. It was made by who was it made by?
You should know.
I found. I know. I'm just trying to remember. I think it was made by the same company that makes my asthma inhalers.
Yeah.
And but the problem is when you walk out there, they're like, "Look, you've nicked my basket," and I'm like, "No, look, this is designer. Can you not tell? Like, it's the shape, like the grade of metal that they use is completely different in upmarket ones."
Was it Gucci?
But anyway,
Gucci
when I was oh no, the Gucci ones. Don't get me started. They're crazy money, and they look just like Tesco's.
The basket.
I'm gonna guess £12.
Ooh, very good guess. It was £10. I'll let you have that. Let you have a point there. 1 point for James. Yes. You were pretty close.
Can you buy it for me, please?
Of course I can. Yes.
Well, did you see this, by the way? A lot of the things I found said social distancing rules apply when buying, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Well done to you, Facebook sailors out there.
Sailors. Facebook sailors. Riding the wave of coronavirus and selling what needs to be sold.
Oh, yeah. That's so good. Oh, my God. Ahoy to you. You lovely people. You absolute legends.
Legends. So, I found nothing. How much do you reckon that was being sold for? Like, there was actually an ad.
Wait,
there was an ad that said nothing on it, and it had a price. Well, how much do you reckon it was going for?
That's a famous song, Nothing had a price. It should be. I mean, it depends on who made it, but I would say, £5.
Well, it's free. No one's going to sell nothing for money, James. You're stupid.
I mean, that's an awful.
Are you an idiot?
Awful business plan.
Well, why would you make an advert for nothing? Like
I mean, walkers sell air.
It's true, they do sell air, yeah. But at least they're false advertising and not just being straight out, here's air, because no one will buy air.
And at least Gary Lineker's involved.
And if you can be linked to Gary Lineker, then I'd buy it.
Anyone that pooed themselves while playing a game of football.
Which he did, yeah.
Can and presented a TV show in his boxers. And they can sell me anything. I'm down.
He's the boy, isn't he? Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, what was the name of the person selling nothing?
Oh, they were anonymous, I think. So it's even more inconspicuous.
So sly.
Yeah, very sly. Right, the next one. Next one. This it isn't that weird, but it's quite weird because it's kind of creepy. I'm sending you now a picture of dog cushions. Here you go. But have a look at how real these look. And there's like 4 different of the same cushion in it. Look at them. They're horrible. Holy moly. I mean, I only wish that I could I could show people listening to this what I was looking at right now.
Yeah. To all you audio listeners, which is everyone. Apart from me and Jamie.
Yeah.
All I can say is it does what it says on the tin. They, from a distance, it's the way they're positioned as well. They're like these, like, well, I don't know what type of dog that is, but they're positioned on a sofa, like overlapping each other. There's 4 of them.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic find. That really is a good find. I can't want them.
They're really creepy. I'll tell you what.
In these lonely times, I can pretend I've got a dog.
We'll post it on our socials. That's what we'll do. And then everyone can look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to spice up the socials.
We do.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Socials. And how much do you reckon they were? I don't know whether it's each or for all of them. So, but I do have a price.
That is the question on everyone's lips. Right. I would say I like these. I would have them.
Although I will say they don't look like the comfiest of cushions.
That's not their purpose, Jamie. It's not their. This is a one-time trick when you convince your friend Grat to come over. And Grat is on his way over. Grat doesn't like dogs, and
you're trying to prank
hates
Grat.
them, has a massive fear of them, and you just prank Grat. That's what these are for.
That's what they're for.
I mean, other friends, you can do it to other friends too, but
like Francesco.
Yeah. So I'd say, if I like Francesco doesn't like dogs, does he?
No, he doesn't. He really hates dogs. Yeah.
He is, in fact, like he told me. Back in the day, he used to work in a barber's / cafe.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a strange establishment. And once a dog came in asking for a haircut, and it wanted like a back and size, short back and size, like a 1 everywhere.
Undercut.
And it was so rude when Francesco gave him the haircut he desired.
Damn.
It just wouldn't stop barking, and he actually reported him on the local barber's blacklist page.
For real?
And
wow.
Francesco is now terrified of dogs.
Jesus, that's crazy. Well, I do kind of hope, like, one day soon, we can get Francesco on to speak about that. That would be very interesting. Yeah, you know, would that be good? I think we should get Francesco on.
This is exciting. I think we should, Jamie.
Yeah.
I think we should get Francesco on. He doesn't know it yet.
You all thought that we were making this.
Them.
You all thought we were making this Francesco thing up, but alas, no. He's going to come on. I can't say when, but he's going to come on.
He's coming on.
Yeah.
For the listener, for the people that didn't listen last week, Francesco is our podcast uploader. He is not an editor. He does not edit the podcast.
Yeah.
These podcasts are just raw, straight up online.
No
Bam,
editing.
just like that.
Boom.
No editing at all. And Francesco has a passion for uploading and not editing. And but he doesn't know it yet. But we are going to convince him with a couple of carrot seeds to come on the podcast.
Some leek flakes
quite soon. Some leek flakes. Yeah, he'll accept those too. Okay, I think these we went a bit off topic. These dog cushions. I think they're for all 4. I reckon they're selling them as a group. You can't separate dogs like that. That's
you can't.
Like brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I'd say these look quite good. 25 quid.
£10, mate. £10.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a steal if it's all 4.
Delivery or pickup?
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, they're all my Facebook sales.
That's a really good find, though.
Yeah, thank you very much.
That was a really good find.
Yeah, wasn't it just? And it's in Crawley. I didn't cheat.
Oh, I just wanted to say, I forgot to say, last week when we did Facebook sales, I talked about a SpongeBob ramp. And
yeah.
I later found out after recording the podcast when me and Jane were having a chat over the phone, like we could chat anymore, I know, but we do, somehow. Despite the daily Xbox as well. We were chatting about the podcast, and I looked at my phone and I'd actually bid for the SpongeBob.
you put one of those automated messages on that asked if it was still available to the seller.
Is it still available? Lovely guy. I can't remember his name. See if I can find him on here. Really nice guy, actually. I might have a bit more of a chat with him because he was so nice. And here it is. He's called Joe. Shout out Joe. And he put, no worries, everyone pushed the button by mistake. And he put some laughy faces.
Oh, I feel a bit sorry for him.
I'm so sorry.
Everyone pushes the button.
Because he actually did me a deal as well. It was up for £10, is now down to £8.
What?
He said I can do it for you for $3.99.
Oh, mate, you should have bought it anyway. That's amazing.
I know. So shout out Joe.
If he's saying that everyone keeps accidentally pressing those buttons, that means that he's not selling that, and he's probably like 10 years old or something. He's trying to sell something, make a bit of money, get by in the world, and you just got his hopes up and crushed them at the same time, like everyone else.
I know, but Joe is a father. He has no no young kid.
All right. Fair play.
Yeah, shout out Joe. Doing me absolute deals with the SpongeBob
absolute
ramps.
Deals. Absolute.
Shout out to him. My number one on Facebook sales was a bulldog clip for your bum that's an exercise machine.
Clip for your bum?
It's like a bulldog clip that you put between your legs.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Squeeze.
Yeah.
It's not called the bulldog clip for your bum. It's called a thigh exerciser.
Oh, yeah, I know the thing.
And she accidentally bought two.
Oh, no. She didn't have four thighs.
Well, she doesn't.
How much do you reckon one of them? Is it like in good nick? Is it
brand new, mate? Not
brand
used.
New.
She can't use two.
What metal is it made from? Or plastic?
Mate, it's high grade plastic. I'll tell you that.
High grade plastic.
Two different colours.
That's £14.
Oh, you went high. £5. She's doing us a deal.
Oh, that is
online.
A deal. Yeah.
They go from $9.99 to $19.99. These bulldog clips for your bum that you use. Apparently, I don't know. What does that even exercise like?
I don't know. Probably inner thighs.
Your inner thigh.
Maybe just
I've
quads.
never desired to have a toned inner thigh, but
I don't know.
You know.
Depends if you like.
So if you're looking for a what?
If you like squashing eggs between your thighs or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh. If that's how you like to break an egg.
Because that's a world record. You like squashing stuff between your thighs.
Exactly. Yeah. And as you're vegan as well.
I saw a lady do it with watermelons.
Watermelons.
Yeah, as I'm vegan.
Moly.
I know. As I'm vegan, I would definitely want one of these. All vegans have one.
Vegans need strong thighs. That is it.
I'm literally living up to the stereotype so bad. We've done 3 episodes. And I
mentioned vegan. I mentioned it that time. All of them. I mentioned it that time.
So yeah. Let me off, guys. I've had so much hate. From everyone. God. Number 2. We make meat, shrimp, mixed bacon and cheese cod dumplings. We deliver at home to the Crawley.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Ooh, sounds lovely and fresh.
They don't look fresh, not gonna lie. I'm really sorry. They're not like the sort of like Asian dumplings. These are like sort of like deep fried,
like British
more like
dumplings.
Scampi.
Oh,
they look like Scampi.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, okay. But shrimp. Shrimp and yeah. But anyway, I don't know the price, so there's no point guessing. Okay. You can guess anywhere if you want, but it didn't say. It just says they'll deliver home to the Crawley. I mean, deliver at home to the Crawley.
It probably depends on what you're actually buying from them, because you might want some shrimp, you might want just a couple of dumplings. You know, you don't know what you want.
Exactly. You can't throw out prices willy-nilly in times like these.
No, not at all.
You've got to keep them close to your heart. Yeah. So number 3, this wasn't that interesting, but it was a used sports bra. How much was a used sports bra, Jamie?
Oh, mate, used underwear. Don't do it, man. That's weird. In fact, used, a lot of things are a bit grim. Used jogging bottoms. You don't want to do that, do you? Used bra.
Used broccoli. That's a bit weird as well.
Used broccoli. That's very weird, yeah. A used sports bra. What's the make of sports bra, do you know?
No, it's like a halter neck crossed at the back. Very fancy.
Okay, very fancy.
Showing lots of signs of support.
Well, that is £11.20.
Oh, you went specific. 10 big boys.
Oh, 10. Just a straight 10.
Straight 10. Yeah, they're not making around.
Okay.
They want to get rid of it.
No, making.
It's used, mate. Come on.
It's going to have to be cheaper than that for me to buy a used sports bra. Won't be long till I need one, though, at this rate.
This lockdown, we'll all be needing one.
We will,
with the amount of Xbox we're playing. Right, my number 4. I sent you a message earlier, didn't I? And you liked this a lot.
Oh, I loved this one. This is my fave.
Jamie has a big love for our girl Ari, our girl Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande. Well,
Ariana,
she's great, isn't she? Who doesn't love Ariana Grande? Like, for real.
She's just great.
Yeah.
And I feel like people might think we're saying this ironically, but we have had some absolute jam-out sessions in Merrill on the way up to gigs.
Last year, when she released
Ariana Grande.
When she released her last album, oh my word, we were smashing that, weren't we? Every day.
We were jamming it, weren't we?
Jamming, yeah. That was my soundtrack for 2019, wherever the year was last year.
I mean, yeah. We love giving the harmonies a go, don't we?
Yeah, we do, yeah. And we always get them like spot on. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. She has some fantastic vocal ad-libs going on.
Oh, superb.
But anyway, why we're talking about Ariana Grande is because on the Facebook Marketplace in Crawley,
yes,
I did find someone's drawing of Ariana Grande, and I'm not going to name names, and I feel really bad because this is someone's kid, but it's sort of just, it's not bad, but it just looks like a woman.
It looks more like Nicki Minaj.
It does, Ari. Yeah.
But yeah, but it's, it's all right. It's a good go.
I mean,
how much is it?
If God is a woman, that's her. If God is a woman, that's her.
That's a God right there. £10.
£10.
£10.
And I don't know whether this is like, I don't know whether this is an original piece of art and whether the £10 is a print, or whether she draws another one. Because if she draws another one, it might be slightly different, and I want this one.
I'll tell you what, 12-year-old, that's all right. And like, if you look at it, that's really good.
We couldn't do anything that good. We actually tried drawing each other the other day, didn't we? On a little on a Zoom chat.
Yeah.
And you just drew a stick person, and
I did. Yeah.
A very accurate stick person.
Yeah, very accurate.
I actually really tried, but I wish I didn't try because I put a lot of effort in.
We're not good at drawing, are we? We're probably the worst.
Maybe we'll post that on the socials as well.
Yeah, we'll post it on there. Yeah, I'm not embarrassed much.
Have you still got your drawing?
Yeah, I saved it. Yeah, it's around. I've tried to sell it. I've tried to sell it for £10.
You priced yours way too high, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was only getting offers of £8, but I weren't doing that. Man.
She can get away with 10 because she's actually talented, but
yeah, exactly.
Not you, son. Not you. We're going to move on to Spotted Crawley. Spotted Creepy Crawley.
Now, I didn't get that much for this. I've got one thing here. Have you got much for this? Yeah, I bet you got loads. I bet you got a plethora.
Boy, oh boy, I've got 4.
Wow. I'll do mine first, shall I? So, this is what I found. I'm going to send it to you so you can see it. And I have sent it to you.
This is such a dynamic podcast. So much stuff going on.
So this is...
oh my God.
Another one of the most Crawley things ever. So it's a bathtub. with some lovely tiling. I'm
confirm
sure you
that.
can agree. Some lovely tiling.
Yeah,
Slightly
lovely tiling.
off-white, but I reckon the tiles came not off-white.
And when we say off-white, we don't mean the designer shoe brand.
Exactly. We mean yellowy off-white, like almost piss stain.
Yeah,
Aged, yeah, relict. And there's a trolley. I've just noticed it's a Sainsbury's trolley inside the bathtub with a Tesco bag in it. Whoa!
Blasphemy! Oh my God, what are they doing in Crawley? God.
Mate,
Christ alive!
their shops are struggling. Tesco's have run out of trolleys, so they have to use Sainsbury's. Nick some from Sainsbury's, that's what they do.
And Sainsbury's have run out of bags.
So they nicked it from Tesco's.
It was like a meeting of two mafias. They're like, look, we're struggling here.
Apparently Asda have Sainsbury's trolleys and Tesco's bags.
For real?
For real.
Really?
No, not for real. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
So for people not looking at this, which is everyone, this is
we'll post it on social media.
A lovely bath. Yeah, maybe we'll post everything on social media. Our social media will just be filled with random photos. You can be in charge of that, Jamie.
Okay.
It's a bath with some aged tiling and a Sainsbury's trolley inside the bath, but inside the trolley is a Tesco shopping bag. This is a photo full of questions.
Full of questions, yeah.
Great find.
Thank you very much. Cheers. And it's not like this is like an old, unused bathtub. There's certainly what seems to be a bottle of shampoo on the end of the bathtub. So they're not messing around.
Yeah. They're not messing around.
Yeah.
This is often used.
Yeah, and that's what I found. So feast your eyes on that.
Are they moving the trolley to get in? What do you think? Moving the trolley to get in, or?
I think they put it there for a laugh, because you know what these Crawley kids are like. You know, they put it there and they have a laugh and they're like, "Man, that's jokes. Man, that's jokes. Look at that trolley in the bath. That is jokes."
Hey, Dave, I put a trolley in a bath.
Check out my trolley in the bath, fam. Yo, I went to Sainsbury's with my Tesco bags.
And then I went afterwards and I got a Tesco bag because I thought that'd be funny. I thought it'd be a juxtaposition between the two shops.
Juxtaposition.
Not sure that was the right use of that word, really.
Well, you know.
Was that all you spotted? Was good?
That's what's good, my babies.
That's me. That's you. Ah, well, I found the spotted page in Crawley popping off.
Popping.
And in my search of Crawley in general, I just found a lot about the time that supposed drone was flying over
That's right,
Gatwick.
yeah.
And some people say it was a UFO. Others say it was a drone. But so there was a lot of that. But it was popping off the page, the spotted page. But my first one is, can anyone get any bulk deals on Coke?
Coca-Cola? Or cocaine?
Yep, you're right. Coca-Cola. Hi, could I put a post up, please? Does anyone know where I can get regular Coca-Cola 1.5 litre bottles in bulk online? I've had a look, but I can't seem to find anything. But the first sentence they put was, can anyone get any bulk deals on Coke? That was straight up what they put. And there was like a space between the next bit.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably what they meant. They probably meant, really,
true,
cocaine. But
and then someone replied saying, so glad I could read the whole thing. I read the whole thing, sorry.
That's brilliant. Or he could go to the shop and just buy a few large bottles of Coca-Cola. But,
yeah, I mean, some people, when they post online, like, I just don't understand what are you doing? This is not the days where we have to use forums anymore and stuff like that to find stuff out. Literally just type it in online and you're going to get your answer so much quicker. Like I had someone comment on my YouTube channel the other day asking me, what millimeter width are your drum shells? And I'm like, I don't know.
You should know it, James. Are you a drummer or not?
Just Google it. Like, you're going to have to wait for me to look that up, or to me to take everything off my drum, measure it, and post it back as a reply. Just look it up. I don't understand.
Hey, I know the exact dimensions of my guitars, so you need to set your game up.
I know. I need to sort my life out because I've got nothing else to do. Number 2. Hi Spotted, I'm trying to find self-raising flour for my nan, but so far no luck. Would you please post this to see if anyone has seen anywhere? Many thanks.
Wow, self-raising flour. Just one thing of self-raising flour. Ooh, tricky.
Again,
I mean, you could go to the shop, couldn't
another
you?
case of... You could.
Yeah. Damn.
Because I bet by the time you've posted this and someone's replied, you could probably already have the self-raising flour.
Yeah.
And your nan, she's already made her cake.
Or whatever she's making. Yeah.
I mean, the nan, bless the nan. Like,
bless the nan.
You know.
I bet the nan's getting annoyed. She's like, just go to the shop. Stop being lazy and just go to the shop.
I'm posted on the spotted page. You don't understand. It gets a lot of attention.
If they do that, they're probably going to have to buy it and then wait for it to be delivered. And that might take a few days, you know. And who wants to flour in the post? It's probably going to break. Cover the postman in flour. Nah. Silly people.
Come on. That's flammable, that. Numero 3. Numero 3 is onion rings on a roast? Question mark.
Onion rings on a roast. I'd eat it, but I wouldn't cook a roast thinking I'm going to put some onion rings on top of my roast, because that doesn't go. It's not right, is it? What are the comments say?
Right, but let's think about this here. Well, maybe I should look that up, shouldn't I? Because this is what I'm saying here, right? There's nothing really wrong with that, really. Like, because onion is quite often in a roast. It's not going to do any harm, you know. I don't think.
I don't think it would do harm, but I don't think it goes with the roast, you know? It's not like...
Onion rings and a bit of gravy. Nothing wrong with that. Right, here we go. I've found the comments. Here we go.
I don't think you really see batter in a roast.
Someone put roasted onion rings. I mean, I don't know how else you're cooking them. I put them in the oven.
Well, you deep fry them. Oh, right. Yeah, it depends if you're actually making the onion rings yourself, or if you're putting them in the oven. Yeah.
Someone put nothing wrong with that. My nan used to serve onion rings with her roasts. Is this the same nan that's looking for flour?
Flour to put in her toast. Flour on toast.
So she's waiting for her flour, but she's putting onion rings in her roast, so she's quite all right. Maybe the flour was for the cake after the onion ring roast.
Yeah, maybe that makes sense.
I once asked for more as we were only given 3 onion rings each. She required quite sternly with no, that's shallot.
Oh, it was a joke. It was a joke all along.
I've struck gold here. I literally just opened this up and this was the comment I found. This is brilliant.
No, that's
and then they put a bad onion joke that will bring a tear to your eye.
Oh, I wish I was quick enough to think of one on the spot.
I know. I wish I was quick enough to think of anything. Someone put you need to get out more. So I think, you know,
that was a bit mean.
It's quite a bit mean. I know, quite divisive.
Yeah.
And then my last one is, hi guys, this might spark some lively debate. Is dogging weird and depraved or just harmless fun? A couple of locations in and around Crawley have appeared online on lists of Sussex best dogging sites. Perhaps spotters even know of other local dogging hotspots that they've stumbled across when not intending to.
Wow.
So I think let's debate this.
Yeah.
Is dogging weird and depraved or just harmless fun, Jamie?
It's only weird out of context, isn't it? So if you've gone to a dogging site, not knowing it's a dogging site, and you know someone's dogging, you're gonna be like, that's weird, man. Let's get out of here. That was, you know. But if you've gone there to dog, and you're a fellow dogger yourself, then it's not. And no one else really knows about it. It's not that weird. Not saying that I would do it, mind. But
careful,
digging a hole. Going up, I would personally feel weird doing it, but if someone else does it, it's not my business, is it? It's not harming anyone else.
You can still listen to the podcast, you know. If you're out there.
Put on the
You're dogging.
podcast and dog.
Maybe, yeah, I was about to say. Maybe don't, but I mean, each to their own. But if you're going out and your nan's like, look, I'm making onion ring roast later on.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's like, I need some self-raising flour for my pineapple upside down cake. And you stumble across some dogging that you know, you'd be alarmed, but, you know, each to their own, I guess. Each to their own.
Each to their own. I mean, I think that's why dogging spots are generally out of the way. Not that I would know, but they're generally out of the way.
Do you think
aren't they?
Francesco
dogs?
goes dogging?
Yeah, 100%. Like, he told me once. He he doesn't tell me a lot. He's quite a quiet man to me. He doesn't speak.
Yeah.
But he told me that he dogs a lot, like twice a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, on his own as well.
on his own.
Yeah, he dogs on his own. He just goes round and looks at other people. Yeah.
Just
Bless him.
we're out here cancelling Francesco.
Yeah, but he's a big lad, and he's a big boy. He's his own decision. He wants to dog, he'll dog, and
he wants to dog, he'll dog. That sums him up, really, doesn't it?
He wants to dog your dog.
Is that what you said?
That's what you said. And he wants to dog your dog.
No, I didn't say he wants to dog your dog. I didn't say that, did I?
Yeah, you did. Swear down.
Swear down. All right. On that note, I think we'll end it here. It's been a very long one.
Yeah.
I might have to bribe Francesco to edit this one, even though he'll say no. But anyway.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, eh?
See what he says.
Right, that's us signing off for Gem About Town.
Gem About
number
Town,
3.
Volume 3.
Anything to say, Jamie?
Not really, no.
Banana box.